I'm worried about Bea. I saw her when they were taking her out to the hospital. She looked like she was dying.
Do you know what's wrong with her?
Yeah, her kidneys have packed up.
They must be taking her for her dialysis treatment.
That's right, and they said she'd be on that treatment for the rest of her life.
Yeah, she would.
Well, Mrs. Davidson said the only other thing they could do for her was a kidney transplant.
Well, there's a very long waiting list, and I'm afraid Bea, being a prisoner, will probably go to the end of it.
This little letter is going to cause Officer Powell a lot of grief.
You don't mean blackmail, Miss Edwards?
What else, Miss Bryant?
It's a lousy world. Shouldn't be allowed. Keeping a mother from a child.
For heaven's sake, Lizzie, do you have to go on about it?
Oh, that's how you feel. I don't know how I'd bother.
Lizzie, look, I'm sorry. Please don't go. It's just the strain of seeing Gerard for such a short while and then having to let him go so soon.
Yeah, I know. It's awful.
I really didn't mean to snap at you. It's just that I needed some time to pull myself together. I was still upset.
I understand. I'll leave you on your lonesome for a while.
Thank you, Lizzie. You're very kind and understanding. Stupid old fool.
You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, Mrs. Powell.
Look, I thought I'd made everything perfectly clear the first time. I'm very busy.
I do realise that, but it isn't exactly a clear-cut case. Perhaps we could go somewhere. Talk in private.
All right, if you insist. But I do think it's a ridiculous waste of time.
Oh, dear, I don't think he's in the good books.
Well, sooner him than me. Gee, am I glad to be calling it a day. A night at the pub will be a welcome relief.
All right, let's go. Oh, it seems strange in here without old Bea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Poor old Bea. Hope she's all right. She looked so crook last time I saw her.
Well, with a bit of luck, one of us will be able to help her out.
Oh, well, Davo didn't say for sure that we had to take those tests, did she?
She won't back down on it. It makes her look too good. There wouldn't be any pikers around here, would there?
No, of course not.
Glad to hear it.
Well, you're not scared of having those blood tests and stuff, are you, Dor?
No, but heck, having your kidney out, I mean, it's not like having a tooth out, is it?
No, but if it's for Bea...
I'd take the tests if I were you, Doreen.
What do you mean?
Well, there'll be a few perks for people who are in on it.
What kind of perks?
You'll see. I take care of everyone who goes along with me.
Yeah, but how? What are we going to get?
Dor! If you had those tests, they're for Bea, not for what you can get.
And I think it's an excellent idea. I'll be in on it.
How come? You haven't been a lifelong friend of Bea's or anything?
That's hardly the point. The woman's desperately ill. We must all offer what help we can.
Ripper! Good on you, Kate.
Yeah, well, I was only asking. Of course I'm going to do it.
We all are. All except Lizzie and Jude.
Hey, you're not going to leave me out.
Oh, Jude, she's a great friend of Bea's.
She's also got a pacemaker. That counts her out.
Yeah, well, my ticker might be up to much good, but at least it's me own.
Look, Lizzie, I hope I'm as good as you at 73, but let's face it, you're no spring chicken.
Well, I haven't kicked the bucket yet. Besides, I wouldn't mind spending some time with a nice young doctor.
Oh, forget it.
We'll see what Jude has to say about that. And another thing. Old boilers are tougher than spring chickens.
Wordsworth?
Tuck a bell, Mrs.
I'm not
Powell.
deaf. I have just spent time I can ill afford talking to the police.
Good. Cops giving you a hard time, are they, Mrs. Powell? I thought they only got on to
Why
crims like
don't you
me.
just admit that you told them a pack of lies? It would save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. About the fire you say somebody else caused?
I've told everybody I don't know anything about it.
Really? Well, I happened to see you hide the kerosene bottle.
What, kerosene bottle.
Oh, come on, the one the police have. You don't think you're going to get away with this, do you?
You don't think I'd burn down old Sid's house, do you? Me own home?
Yes, I would believe anything of you. Do you know my house could have gone up in flames as well?
I told you I haven't done nothing.
You've gone too far this time, Birdsworth. By the time they're finished with you, you'll spend the rest of your life in here. Admittedly, it's where you belong.
Well, you don't have to talk to me like that, Mrs. Powell. Well, if you saw so much, why didn't you see the bloke that was doing all that
don't
stuff?
be ridiculous.
Trying to drive me batty, scare me out of me own
I
home.
saw you with the kerosene bottle.
Oh. Get your kicks by bailing up old ladies, do you, Mrs. Powell?
It's called intimidation, isn't it?
Lucky for her, there are witnesses.
All right, you lot, off to the dining room.
Oh, no. I'm not going anywhere without my friend.
Do as you're told.
It's all right. I've got nothing to worry about, Jude.
Okay. But just remember, we've got eyes in the back of our heads.
And big flappy ears, too.
Lizzie, why don't you just forget this stupid story you've cooked up? Things will go easier on you if you do. Oh, come on, you don't want everybody to think you're crazy, do you? Please yourself, then. Go on, get to work.
Oh, but what about my dinner?
Oh, all right, just move it.
I wonder what Powell meant about seeing Lizzie with a bottle.
Don't know, but she was really laying it on her.
Have a word in the old girl's ear about the kidney test, will you?
Look, Lizzie wants to take the test just like the rest of us.
I know. Nothing I can say is going to change her mind.
Well, I'll do my best.
I really don't think there's anything to worry about. They won't take anyone her age anyway.
What was Powell on about out there?
Nothing.
Come on, Lizzie, she was getting pretty heavy with you.
She reckons I was making it up when I said that somebody was trying to scare me out of Sid's house. I might be a bit long in the tooth, but I haven't lost my marbles yet.
Of course not.
Well, that's what that bloody Gordon was trying to make out when he was trying to kick me out of the house.
What's that got to do with the bottle of Caro?
I told you. Gordon was trying to take the house off me.
So you did light the fire?
Shh! Don't tell the world. It was my house, wasn't it? And I was trying to keep it the way Sid wanted it. All those memories and everything. Sid wanted me to stay there for the rest of my days. So I couldn't let some strangers come in and stuff it up, could I? And now, because of that bloody Powell, I'll probably have to spend the rest of my days in here.
Yeah?
We got a problem.
So what's up?
Well, it's about Lizzie.
Oh, I don't know, Jude. I don't reckon anyone can get me out of this one.
Try me.
Seems that Lizzie is guilty of the Firebug Act after all.
You burnt down your own home?
Well, wait till you hear the rest of it.
She only did it so that pig Gordon couldn't take the house off her, didn't you, Lizzie?
Oh, so what's the problem?
Powell just happens to live next door to her.
Oh, God. Who do you have on the other side? The cops?
Oh, it's worse than that, love. I'm afraid Powell saw her hiding the Caro bottle after she set fire to the house.
Yeah, and she told the cops.
What are we going to do about it?
Whatever we do, we've got to do it fast.
Well, perhaps we could confuse the issue, think up something that would make Powell's story less believable.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more believable than a screw's word against a crim's, believe me.
Unless we can persuade the screw to change her story.
Oh, fat chance you've got of doing that.
I don't know. I think we're in a pretty good position to do some business with Mrs. Powell.
You mean the letter?
Right.
Yeah, she's not going to run any risks of Davo finding out about that, is she?
No way.
Okay. Jude, you type up a copy of the letter and keep in all that stuff about her wanting a name and address held quiet. It's got to be an exact copy so that when she sees it, she's going to recognise it.
But what about the signature?
Piece of cake. What do you reckon, Dor?
Oh, yeah.
Then we send a copy off to the newspapers.
And we keep the original.
Bingo.
Oh, that'll fix her. Once Mrs. Davidson finds out who wrote that letter, she'll be out of here like a rat up a drain pipe.